There better not be any four-legged furry critters up here besides you, Angel. Well, I know. Angel is interested in something over there. I can't hear my mouth now. Ah, hopefully it's just her imagination. Because what we have been through this week. Oh boy. Well, it was 61 degrees coming home from church this morning. Oh man, what a difference. What a difference. It was a little bit cooler yesterday, but it was really cool last night. And it was so cool that poor little Gracie, she's got her sweater on and her heating pad is plugged in her crate, but she was still chilly. Yeah. Uh, Finally broke down and I let my son plug the heater in. Didn't want to do it. Didn't want to put the heater on. Wanted to have it just, you know, but nope. And Angel has decided that she didn't want to lay on my bed anymore, not with me sitting on it. So if it's so nice, why am I in my bedroom? Why am I upstairs and not in the barn? Well, because my son's using the barn. I don't know what he's doing, but he's doing something in there. Talking to somebody, I don't know. But I guess he needed some privacy, and the barn's a good place for it. Um, I think he's talking to a girl. Yeah. Okay, not a girl. He's an adult. It's a young woman, younger than me. So we'll see where that goes. Don't know. Not saying. Uh, I'll let him do his thing. Oh man, I tell you, I am so sorry that I didn't go live last Sunday. Not because I didn't want to. I forgot. I had my truck in the shop, and he was supposed to be fixing the starter, and everything was supposed to be hunky dory when we got it back. Well, go to start it up last Sunday morning, and it wouldn't start. He didn't fix the problem. He thought he did, but he didn't. And that just kind of completely threw me off my game. And, it just was like, it was frustrating. I don't know why. I don't know if it's still the starter. He fixed it. He fixed a problem with the starter. A problem that he saw that it needed to be fixed, and he fixed it. Okay. And it worked. But every now and then, for whatever reason, and it seems to be at times when it sits for a full day, um, it won't start. It'll act like it wants to start, but it won't start. And if we let it sit for an hour or two, then it'll start. So I don't know. I've had the alternator checked, I've had the battery checked, they're fine. The only thing I could figure was the starter. Sometimes you get a bad spot in the starter, and I guess it turns each time you start, and it has a bad spot in it, and that's when you have a problem. So I don't know for sure, but I don't know. I don't know. So I was supposed to contact the mechanic this week, and I never did. I got so busy trying to get stuff done. it has been very busy. I told you I got the cement pad done for the tanks that I'm going to stack. Uh, and I had the guys here this earlier this week, and they hung the gutters. Now I got a little bit of tweaking to do. I've got one seam. Now bear in mind, they were putting up used gutters, okay? They're secondhand, so they're not going to be absolutely 100% perfect. And I understand that. I don't expect perfection, okay? But there's this one seam in the middle. Because my building's so long, it's 40 feet long, they couldn't do just have it all going down into one, um, onto one side. They had to split it. So I've only got half the roof going to be going into the tanks over here. Um, and I'm trying to remember if they put they put a downspout over here. I got one down on that end that is going to be fed right into a tank. Um, and the one on the front far corner, that one right now, it's set up to go to run down on the ground. Um, the one in the back is going to be going into a tank. Um, and I haven't got the tank there yet. I got to put some blocks. Those are I've got two tanks that are going to be in the front over here. They're going to be stacked, and that's what the cement is for. Okay, but the ones at the back, they're going to be on the ground. So I've got some cement, the cinder blocks, solid ones. I'm going to set those up underneath so I can level them up and get them set up on bricks at least. I've got the one there. I'll get set up pretty soon. I got to put an elbow on the downspout. He was going to run a full length one. But he was going to piece it together. Said, don't bother doing that because I'm going to have that fed into one of the IBC totes. So don't bother, piecing it together for a solid piece. So he left it halfway. So we'll see. I got to get that done. But I've got the gutters up and the tanks. The cement pad's done. Now I have to put in an outside electrical outlet for the pump. So, and we went to Lowe's this week, and I got it's a box. I should have brought it up here, but it's a box to hook it, and the outlet box is going to be right below where the electrical box is. So it's an easy, almost like a plug and play kind of thing. I just got to get it installed. We just got that this week. So that's there. All this week, I've been working on laying flooring down in my kitchen and cleaning up mice mess. Yeah, there's mice that Angel had brought into the house and let go. Well, they got in behind where the stove is and the cabinet was, and they tore an insulation and they chewed some wires. Thankfully, upon close inspection, they only chewed the outside insulation, not the interior insulation. So I get away with just spraying. They make electrical tape in a can. Okay, it's spray electrical tape, and so I've been spraying the wires where the mice have chewed. Man, it could have been so much worse. I had to get in underneath the cabin to inspect the wire to see if there was any damage down there. No, there was not. It's all inside the cabin. So I had to, of course, tear out some of the insulation. Some of the insulation was totally ruined from the mice. So that's gone. And we picked up some wallboard, and once I get the floor done, from the corner to the stove, to where I can put the stove on top of the flooring, then I'll be putting a wallboard up I got to do this piecemeal because we're living here. If we weren't living here and we didn't have all our stuff in here, it would be a lot easier to do this. But I'm working on it. Um, I said I got flooring done uh, part way inside the pantry where the sink is going to go, and right in front of the window. That's done, and I started working over to where the stove is. Um, I gotta pull that out and work on that. That's going to be a little bit tricky because you got to have it plugged in. I got to cook dinner, so I got to um, plan on using the oven, so I have to have it plugged in. So it's going to be a little bit tricky. And what I've been doing is as I work on the floor a little bit at a time, I sweep it really, really good, and then I mop it down, and then I got to let it dry. And so it's a progress process, and I do little bits at a time, like 2 or 3 rows at a time. From the sweeping them up and letting it dry, then I lay it down, and then I do the next section, and so it's a process of doing this flooring. And I can tell you right now, I thought I was doing really good with the flooring, but I got somewheres along the line, I've got at least one piece that's out of whack, and I didn't pick up on it. I thought I had it right, and I've got some gaps in some places. And you know what? I'm not going to go back and tear it up. I know I knew going into this that the flooring I got was cheap, and it's not going to be perfect. I know that. Um, and some of the uh, tiles that I got, they got a little bit warped and a little bit messed up. Some of them, so it's not all laying down perfectly, but I'm just going to make it work. Um, some of the places where there's a gap, I'm thinking, okay, what can I do? Well, maybe I can put some painter's tape down on the tile, and then paint those gaps with some brown paint so that it doesn't stick out as much, and so we'll fill it up so I don't get it full of dirt. Um, that's one thought. My nose is itching. I'm sorry. I don't know why it's itching. Uh, so anyway, so that's what I was thinking about doing. I don't know. Maybe there's a brown caulking that I can get that I can fill in those gaps so it doesn't look so bad. Yeah, I know myself. I'll know that there's gaps. But we're not looking at perfection. I'm living here. I just need something better than the bare wood floor. So this was peel and stick tile, easy to lay down, right? Just peel the paper and stick it down, and pray it lasts for a year or two. Any more than that is gravy. So that's what I'm doing. It's it's work, but it's coming along. Uh, I got a call from some Amish gentlemen. They wanted to go up to some kind of big, like a flea market kind of thing, north of here. So I agreed to take them on Friday. So my Friday was shot. I was going to be working on fence, among other things, because Mr. Chucky decided that he was going to go on a walkabout, and my neighbor that day, Friday, brought my round bale, and he met Chucky down on the paved road. Chucky wasn't supposed to be down there. Nope. And so he was following Chucky all the way up here. But he must have read him the riot act or something, because Chucky hasn't ventured down there since. I'm going to have to go because somebody is here. So this is going to be cut short. If I have time, I will be back. Okay? Bye. Whew. Man, oh man. I didn't end the stream. I'm sorry. I meant to, but I had one more button to push. Oh. So if anybody's still here, I'm still here. I see there's 2 thumbs up and it says there's one person here. So I don't know who it is, but I'm back. Just somebody looking for something that's not on our road. They've just gone too far. So, we set them straight and they're gone. So I wasn't sure. It kind of looked like it might have been my neighbor that was coming. So I thought I'd better get out there and go see what's going on just in case Chucky was in trouble again. But anyway, so where was I? Yeah, I was talking about the flooring getting done and the gutters getting done and getting ready to put the tanks in place. I got to put the electrical in for the pump. I figure since I'm doing that, I might as well finish the electrical for up here too. I've got the wires run. I just got to put the plugs in and whatnot, and then get them ready to do the breakers with. We've got the breakers for them. So I'm hoping I got that all done. I just got to get to doing it. Of course, my son informed me today that he's got to go to town tomorrow because he needs a prescription. I wish he'd coordinate that a little bit better. Because we got to go to town next week. No, we're going to a different town next week. We got to go to the dump next week. We're finally getting our routines down. So we go to the dump once a month, and that's the month we go to the one grocery store in that town, because there's certain things I buy in that grocery store, and then there's other things I buy in the other town in the other grocery store. And so we coordinate that with, when we have money coming in. So, hello, Angel. You decided to come back, huh? Come on, ornery thing. Oh, there she is. You gonna come see me? Come here. Oh, say hello. There she is. There's the angel. Yeah. She likes to be in here now. Keep trying to tell her she's a barn cat. Anyway, okay. I don't know if anybody else is going to show up because I screwed things up. But we'll see. So anyway, not only do I have to finish the flooring and get the wallboard in and get the electrical done for the pump and up here and get the tanks in place and everything, I also got to do the plumbing. Okay, and I think I've got all the pieces I need to put in the drainage. I think. There's a couple pieces I had to get yet, I knew, and so I got those. And so I can pretty much get the drainage set up. And then I got to figure out the plumbing for going from the tanks to the pump and then from the pump to the house. And I've been going back and forth, because I've got some of the black pipe for black waterline pipe. But the thing is, they say PEX doesn't explode or doesn't break if it freezes. And I'm just debating on whether or not I should just go with the PEX, because it's just a little bit. I got to take measurements, but since all the plumbing is going to be right there in that corner, it goes from the pump to the house right in that corner. Um, and it'll be the cold line going up to the hot water heater. Not the water heater. Let's get that phrased right. It'll be a cold line going up there. Then it'll be a cold line going to the sink, which is like right there. I mean, the water heater's right here, and the sink's going to be right here. Okay, um, and so I'm not running that much pipe, at least not at this point in the game. Now, at some point, we're going to have additional lines run for other things, but for right now, this is all it is. It's just like right there. I don't know if I'll get to anything else before winter or not. Um, so we got, so I got to do the plumbing, um, and I got to figure out what fittings I need, how much of the PEX I need. Like, I think it comes like in a 50-foot roll. I don't need a whole 50-foot roll. I just don't. So I think you can buy shorter lengths of it. So I got to take a look at it and see what they have that I can get. Um, like if I go with blue for cold and red for hot, okay, you can get two different colors. Or should I go with all just get a roll of the white, excuse me, and just go with that. That way, I just get one roll of it, and that'll be plenty to get everything done. Of course, the drawback with that is if I have to run it at a length, and I got to make sure I don't cross the cold and the hot. So, but anyway, I'll get it figured out. So, another event that happened this week is about a stove, a wood stove. It's a potbelly stove. It's secondhand. It's used, but I think it'll do the job. So now I've got to, in taking in consideration the floor, I also have to get a gear set up for this. We have this potbelly stove put in. I got to take measurements, and I was able to find the manual for the stove online. So I've got what the clearances are supposed to be. I'm going to have the pipe go through the wall, so I don't have to go through, the floor and then the roof. I don't want to do that. So it's just going to go through the wall, and it's going to be in front of the doorway, so about halfway down. So if we do put a back porch on, then I probably will not take it the full length. Well, I don't know that we can afford to have it go full length anyway. So it'll just be up to the proper clearance for the wood stove, stovepipe. So that's that's what's going on there. I got to get that geared up. Hopefully that I'll have that in within the next week or two. I actually, my goal was to have it in by the end of November, because I got to get the floor done, and I got to get the wall done. Now I'm thinking I'm going to double check with my brother-in-law, who's a retired fireman, and he's dealt with wood stoves before. I'm going to double check with him, but I think I can get away with getting the that cement board that they put in showers and stuff, and put that on the wall and on the floor. And I would think if I get two thicknesses of it on the floor, that would be enough. And probably screw it down, or I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. What would be the best way of doing it? Screwing it in place, or putting a mortar down and bordering it to the floor. So I got to figure that out. See what's the best way of dealing with that. And then I was thinking for the wall, um, if I screw um, two sheets up, they're 3x5. So if I go with 5 feet and then 6 feet, if I do 2 rows of the cement on the stud, screwed into the studs, and then have another one that's a 3x5 and put spacers in it so that it's got heat, so that it's got like a heat shield with a space. That would be okay. Because I don't really want, like, I've seen people use old tin roofing for that, for a heat shield, and I didn't really want to do that. But the putting the cement board on, that might be all right. And maybe just put a skim coat on it that I can paint. Not sure yet. I have to look and see what's available. I don't know if I want to go with a faux brick or not, because I have no idea how much any of that stuff costs. Okay, so I'm trying to do. My first priority is function. Okay, uh, if I can get it functional for as little as possible and safe, then that's the way I'm going to go. Anything over that in the way of looks and stuff, if I can make it look nice with as little money as possible, then that's I'll try and make it look nice. Um, I'm gonna try, but we'll see. So um, it's been quite a lot going on this week. Now, something else that I got, and hold on to your hats. This is a reveal. Okay, I don't know how to use it yet. Got to take the time to read the manual, and I think it needs to be charged or something. Let me see here. Yeah, it's not powering up. I had some charge before, so I got to charge it up and see how that works. Just I got using the phone. It's just like it's been such a pain, especially as they get older and the batteries start to be more difficult. And it's just after what I just went through with my phone, I thought, maybe I should look into it. So I did. I broke down. I got one, and we'll see how it works. I said I don't have it completely set up. I got some learning to do, but hopefully this will mean that I can get some more videos up. But we'll see. Um, I say it's just been so busy, and it's been such a whirlwind. Um, and just trying to get everything done in time for winter, Um, and it's been busy, and with everything else going on, trying to get the chestnuts harvested. I went out there yesterday because we had the drop in temperature and the wind. We still got a little bit of wind today, not as much. And I fully expected there to be quite a few of the chestnuts on the ground, but there wasn't that many. I got a few chestnuts yesterday, but not very many. Most of the new ones on the ground were too small. So they weren't, I don't know, they just weren't pollinated well, or believe it or not, there was a little gnat in here. But, you know, What are you going to do? So we'll see if there's any more. I try to check once a day to see if there's any new ones out there. I haven't been out yet today, but I got to go get dinner in the oven because it's got a slow cook. Um, but anyway, so we've got all that going on. Last night was a crazy night because we had coyotes in the neighborhood. Sheba is worth her weight in gold. Excuse me. Yeah, she worked hard last night. I mean, I can tell when the coyotes are on my side of the ridge, and this one was definitely on my side of the ridge. And I mean, he was still on the other side of the creek, but he was making his way down. It's like no, 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 no. I went out and I let Sheba out, and I loaded the 22, and I was out there with her for a little bit, and she she chased him off. She chased him off, and she was working hard last night. I'll tell you. But you could tell what once she was. I let her out of the goat pen and let her go around the property. She was even on the other side of the creek, and I mean, in the back of my mind, I was worried about her being able to handle a coyote. But I think she's even as young as she is. She's not even a year yet, but she's big, and I don't think that she would have given a coyote a run for its money. But I think that they know that, and she definitely established her territory. She did the circuit, and she was letting them know. She was barking, and she said, "Don't come near it's my space. It's my territory. If you don't come near, you're not welcome." She did a good job. She did a good job. I praised her up one side, down the other. I said, "Oh, you're such a good girl. You're such a good girl." I mean, she knew that they were out to get her critters. So, um, and when she was done doing the patrol, she felt it was safe. Then she was willing to go back in the goat pen with the goats, and she spent the rest of the night in there. But of course, she was still barking almost all night. I could hear her. So needless to say, I didn't get much sleep either. But she was doing her job, and she did it very well. So my 22 might have been loaded, but I didn't have to shoot it, and I'm grateful for that. So, well, goats are going up on the hill, which is good. Let them go and do their thing. I don't know how much longer it's going to be worth their effort to come out, but and do their rotation. But acorns are starting to come out, I think. So I think they're probably going to be eating up some acorns, which would be good because that'll give them energy. Because there's a couple of them there that look like they're ready to pop at any time. So you could be getting a kid video from me, but we'll see. I don't know if Daisy's bred or not. I'm just not real sure if she's bred or not. So she's definitely doing better, um, mineral wise, this year than she was last year when she lost her kid. Um, so I'm hoping she's bred. I would love to get a doeling out of Daisy, but we'll see what happens. So anyway, it's just more work and more work, but I'm certainly hoping I can get this all set up. If I can figure out how to use this thing, I'm hoping to get some good shots of what I'm doing inside the house. It's difficult to work with the phone, um, so I'm hoping that I can show you that. I just got to take the time to figure it out, get everything all. It's got a mic, an external mic, which is what I wanted because I have a wireless mic that I haven't been able to use because the new phone wouldn't use it. So, but maybe I can use the wireless mic with this. I'm hoping, but if not, it does have an external mic. So we'll see, um, and we'll go from there. So, well, I've got to go and get dinner in the oven. Somebody just showed up. Um, I hate to shut it off just when somebody just shows up. I've been talking to myself for, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes. Um, I don't know if I can edit this live stream or not and get rid of that space where you were seeing nothing, but we'll see. One thing I don't know is, okay, this thing came with the camera. I don't know if anybody can tell me. Um, it came with this thing, and there's nothing in the instruction manual about it. This screws on. I can get it screw on. Okay, and then this screws goes onto. Oh, I don't know what that's for. Oh, I think this screws onto the lens. This thing here. Uh, okay, all these things are so. All right, there we go. Okay, so that's what. What is that for? What is this for? Anybody know? Can you tell me? I mean, it's not obviously it's not a lens, so I don't know. What is that for? Since it's a hood, I don't know. Anybody know? I like that it's the lens cover is attached to the camera like this because I would lose it. I'm really bad that way. Little things eventually get lost. Let me see here. So anyway, if anybody can tell me what that's for, because otherwise it's just going to sit in the box. So, well, stick it in here. And yeah, things are coming together slowly but surely. Um, it's like I get things planned that I want to have done, and I want to have done by a certain time, and something comes up, like when the Amish called me to take them to that huge flea market thing, and I mean it's quite a big deal, in these parts. And then my son wants me to go get a prescription from in town. That takes part of my day. But I do have to go get some fence boards because I have to do some fencing. So at least when I have to make a trip like that I hadn't planned for, I try to make it worth my while to take my time away from my homestead. Um, and so I got to get fence boards. So I'm hoping I can get fence boards tomorrow, so I can get the fence going, so I can keep Chucky in the pasture. He's been allowed to go run with the goats, but when he starts partying away from the goats and ends up where he's not supposed to be, like he was on Friday, okay, that's when he needs to be penned up. And right now, he knows he can get out of the pasture, so I need to do something different with the fencing so that it's steer proof, and not just the goats. I don't mind the goats going in and out, and there's a space where they can get in and out, but Chucky can't get through there. So I'll leave that space open for them, but I got to get the rest of it set up so that he can't get through. So, and hopefully, it won't take me too long to do that because I've got so much on my plate right now. Anyway, okay, I'm going to go, and hopefully y'all are enjoying this wonderful cooler weather. And it's great working weather, I'll tell you that much. So I will talk to you later. This is Mom H with Honey Hollow Homestead. So, and hopefully, I know I keep saying this, hopefully I get some videos online. It's just I've been so busy and I've been called away, and trying to get this place finished off to where it functions better, and and just and it's more livable. I'm working on it. I'm working hard. Um, my goal is to get the running water going. So hopefully, maybe this week I can get that finished. It all depends. So we'll see. Hopefully, there will be no more unexpected phone calls where I have to go. So talk to you all later, people. Have a good one. Oh, come on, hit the button.